Hey, welcome back to Willey Farms. I'm Donna Cavender, and boy, do we have a great show for you today. We have two cooking segments, and of course, we're going to talk all about Christmas. And this is one of my favorite trees here at Willey Farms. It's the woodland tree. I just think it's awesome. So we invite you to stop by and check that out, and of course, all the other things that we have available here during the holiday season. We're right on Route 13. Easy to find. If you're traveling on Route 1, no worries. Get off in Odessa, come south on 13. We're right here on the left-hand side. If you're coming north on Route 1, get off just north of Smyrna, get on Route 13, come up north, and we're on the right-hand side. Simple as that. And of course, if you didn't catch all that, just give us a call or go to our website, willeyfarmsde.com. Lots of information for you there. Lots of information in the show today, so let's get started. Well, it is a special time of year, but you know you can do this any time of year at all. But this is a great time to do something that looks really fancy, but it's not that hard. And today we're going to talk about scones, or as my friends down in Australia say, scones. And we have plenty of scone mixes here at Willey Farms. Got a ton. We've got the lemon poppy seed. We even have the gluten-free mixes of scones that you can do. There's cranberry, there's pumpkin. We have muffin mixes as well, but today we're going to do scones. And I have the cranberry scones right here, and you think it's hard? It's not hard. You get one of these bags, you take the top off, you open it up, you pour it in a nice big bowl. Get it all in there. Now, are you watching? This is the really hard part. 3/4 of a cup of water in. And that's it. Then you take a fork and you mix it around and you will get a dough. And truthfully, you could get in there with your hands and get it mixed around so that you make sure you get it all in there. Okay, now you've got your dough is all ready, and you need to prepare your pan. So you've got your cookie sheet here, and you need to lightly get it prepared a little bit. You could use the cooking spray like I just used. Make sure you just get it all over there, or you can just smear some butter on there. And there are different ways that you can put your dough and get it mixed up. So what we're going to do is we're going to take a little bit of it, and you can just take a little like this, make it into a nice little ball, and just drop it on the cookie sheet. You can do all of them like that. Drop it on the cookie sheet. Or you can take this one big piece, prepare with a little bit of flour on your hands so that it doesn't quite stick. Put it on there and press it down. Just press it down. You can make a nice circle with it. Now, if you wanted to, you could take the top of a glass and just cut and make uniform biscuits if you wanted to. Or if you want it to look like a real scone, then you would take this like this, and then you would take a nice knife and you would score it. You don't want to cut all the way down, but you would score it like that. And you would score it this way, go this way, and this way, and you can see that you're going into pie shapes. And then you put it in the oven. It is 375 degrees for anywhere from 12 to 16 minutes. And you put it in there, put it in your oven, and I will show you what it looks like. Let me get out of these gloves here. Now this morning, I baked the lemon poppy seed. So here are the ones that were just dropped onto the cookie sheet, and this is that round circular piece of dough with the scoring, and it almost comes right apart without even having to cut it. If you do need to have to cut it, nice little serrated knife, just cut it like that, and there you go. See, this one didn't even get cut, and it comes right apart. And there you have really nice looking scones. And then what you put on them is up to you. Oh, hello, Tim.
Well, I'm looking and I'm thinking I'm going to try some of these. You make cherry ones, and then you say, "Here, Tim, come try these poppy seed ones." I like the cherry, but I'll try the poppy
Well,
seeds.
that's how it works.
Yeah.
So you can cut it in half like this, and open it up. And here we have a knife. Now you can just put butter on it if
Right.
you'd like.
And I saw you also got some jellies or
We've got some
jams or-
jelly here. This is what we have here from McCutcheon's, and this is a triple crown, triple berry. So
What?
if you'd like to put some of the berry on there, want to try some of the berry jelly?
Yeah, it's a little bit on the one end there.
There we go. Oh, okay. All right,
So
there
that
we
way
go.
I get a little flavor with
Yeah.
both of them.
So you can have the jelly over in England.
I'll go without the jelly.
Oh, it's good without the jelly.
Poppy seeds.
Oh, I know.
I love poppy seeds now.
Over in England, they use what's called clotted cream, and then they put the jam or the jelly on top of that. Or you have, you can do honey. So I'm going to have some honey on top of mine. You just open up the honey and put a little honey on there.
I never dreamed I'd like scones, and this is something I could cook.
Yeah, I showed you how easy.
I mean, that's unbelievable. So basically, from the time you open your box, 20 minutes later, you're eating the scones.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
nice and warm, delicious. And when those relatives come over for the holidays, and you want to give them something nice and fancy, and they think that you're a wonderful cook or baker, you break out the scones.
These are really good, Donna. I am impressed.
All right.
You can
Very
cook,
good.
girl.
I can cook. And you can get all of these, of course, right here at Willey Farms, and everything that you want to put on top of it, too. So next time, let them eat scones. Well, when you want to talk about gadgets and fun things, this is where you want to be here at Willey Farms. We've got a ton of things that are from a brand new line, and Hayden's here with me. And Hayden said he wanted to do the gadget thing because he doesn't know that much about gadgets, right?
Right, so you want things that make cooking and just everything, hosting a party, even easier and
Make
faster.
it easier, right. And these are the coolest things. We have this entire line here. Now here's a bowl, and like Hayden was saying earlier, it's kind of like working with leftovers and things like that. This is to make it easier. So you have a bowl of leftovers, and you want to cover it, but you don't want to use saran wrap because you have to keep buying it and throwing it away. Well, look at this. This is the coolest thing. It's flimsy and floppy, but it's got a handle. You put it on a bowl like that, and watch. So you don't have to worry about it sealing. It is sealed. But you don't have to worry about getting it off either, because all you do is just lift it there and it comes right off. I think that's the coolest
Liquids
thing.
aren't flying everywhere.
That's
you're getting
right.
messy.
That's right. So we've got those. We've got these pot holders that are really pretty cool. We have the lids that are for smaller containers.
So yeah, when you're outside, say in summertime, you're trying to not have any bugs get in your drink, so you
Exactly.
just put it right over your iced
Just
tea
put it right
lemonade.
over there. Here's another lid for a little bit smaller bowl that works. And there's all kinds of, there's wine stoppers in this line here. They're so cute. That's the top, and there's where it goes into the bottle. It works great. And speaking of wine, let's move on down here. This is our kind of our bartender area, isn't it? And got all kinds of mixers that are here. There's the Bloody Mary mixer, and it's got the sangria mixes, all kinds of things here. Of course, those aren't the gadgets, but we do have this one right here. It's not really a gadget, but it is a good thing to have in your kitchen. Have you ever used one of these?
I haven't.
Do you know what it is?
Well, it's a steamer. I see that there's a lot of people use for you put your veggies in there, right?
That's right. And it opens, fans open like that. So it depends upon how large a pan you have. You drop it down in your pan and you put just a little bit of water in the bottom and get the water boiling so it steams. And then you put, as you can see on the box here, you put your vegetables in there and they get steamed. They keep their color, they keep all their nutrients, and it's really a good thing. So I like that steamer right there. What do we have over there in the basket? What do we have?
Well, we have plenty of a juicer here for limes or lemons, so you put that in there and just squeeze them right on
and
out.
so you can don't have to worry about the seeds getting out.
Right,
and
keep
being
it right
all
in there,
messy.
and so it's just the juice is going to come out
Cool.
the bottom.
All right.
When you want to be efficient with your icing and when you're making cakes, we have a scraper to get out. You know, it
I
contours
know.
to the bowl.
Yeah,
so
if you're just
getting
trying
out
to
the
use a
icing.
spoon, it doesn't get it all
No,
that
so that's
way.
getting all the rim.
And I was looking at this pastry scraper and cutter. This is a very cool thing. I like it a lot. When you're working with pies and doing pie crusts and things, you can scrape along your cutting board to scrape everything together. And really very cool on here, whether you can see it, I'm not sure, but there are inch increments marked out on this scraper so that you can tell if something is supposed to be an inch thick,
Yeah,
then you can tell
accurately
how that
do
goes.
that.
And of course, it's always great to have. Great.
Oh man,
It's always great to have a good grater, and of course there are different sizes. The larger sizes, like for maybe your cheeses, and then the smaller, and then the even smaller. So it's always good to have a grater like that. So what do we have here?
Well, pineapple cutter. You know, when you have the core around the edges, nobody wants to eat that. So when you put your pineapple down, you take it off the top. You're just gonna slam it on down, and then you'll have your pineapple slices.
So all the outside just kind of
comes
falls
off.
away. And
It's ready to eat.
these, I've never used one of these, but I think I'm going to have to. This is,
Well, that's so when you're making pies, you put this in the center so the air can come out of it. So sometimes they get all inflated, pies do,
right,
and then
and then you take them out and they fall flat.
Flat, yeah.
So
So
you
that's-
put one of
prevents
these
that.
in, and they use them mostly with fruit pies.
Yes.
And you put one of these right in the middle of the pie, and as it cooks, the steam vents out, and that works out really, really nice. And then after you
make
get
your pie,
you
and
get your
it's all
pie,
done. You have a spatula
you've
for
got
it.
this little pie scooper outer.
Because the first slice is always the toughest. You don't know, pies tend to stay there, and everybody's afraid to get the first slice.
That's right.
This will alleviate everybody's fears.
That'll get
for
it
that
out
first
there
slice.
good. And speaking of pies, also when you're making your own crust, not everybody does that now, but when you are making your own crust, what you need to do is cut cold butter into the flour mixture and things, and you use this to do that. That's a pastry cutter. We've got cookie cutters. These are really cool.
And
Stars.
a million more shapes
Oh
and
my
sizes you can. This
gosh.
is just a sample of what
We have like in the shape of a dog bone and in the shape of
lighthouse. I've seen it
all
all.
kinds of stuff. And these are really cool keepers. Like if you want to take some grapes for lunch, if you take grapes for lunch, they might be all squished by
Right.
the time lunchtime comes around. So you've got this container that you can put your grapes in. I want to try one of these. This is a microwave onion cooker.
Yep.
Just put the nice
Onion
big
in there.
onion in there, put
Let
it
it
in the
take care of the
microwave.
rest.
Yep.
And
This-
when you're cooking with some of these things here, you use half lemon, you use half a
Right.
lime, and you don't know what to do with the other half. You're
Right.
throwing it away all
Right.
the time, or you have half an avocado, so you're saving those other half for later by putting in one
Exactly
of these
right.
things, a little cute little
Yeah.
thing, put it in there.
Perfect.
And you're not letting it go brown with the avocado. The other half
Right.
goes brown, so this keeps it
because
from doing that.
all of that is really, really good for you, especially the avocados. And of course, this handy little juicer here. It's a juicer just like everybody is used to. It goes down into this 2-cup glass container, and then when you want to pour it into whatever you're making, you just pour it right out the spout. So it works really, really good. So it's cool to have all these fun gadgets.
Yeah.
And not only is it cool, but they're very, very useful too. So I think maybe I have found a couple extra gadgets that I might like to use in my kitchen. How about you, Hayden?
Me too. I think I'm ready to be a chef now.
Okay, we might have to take him up on it. So Hayden and I showing you all about gadgets. Well, here we are back at the sampling station. I just love the cooking segments. So we're gonna cook some more. And with me now is Nick, and he's our guest chef. And Nick, welcome.
Thank you.
Thanks for coming to help us out.
I'm glad
Now,
to be here.
What are we gonna do today?
Today we're going to make a steak Diane. We have some great
okay.
New York
Oh, wait a
strip
minute,
steaks.
can it be steak Donna?
You know, I was actually thinking that. But I didn't want to confuse the viewers.
No,
I was
okay.
actually
All right,
thinking that.
let's keep going then.
So I have some great New York strip steaks from Sothersville Meat Locker. That's
Okay.
where we get most of our beef from.
We get our beef, yep.
And something very important to point out is you want to look for intramuscular fat, which people call marbling, when
Okay.
you're picking out your steaks. And you can
Right.
see both of these strip steaks have an abundant amount of
And
intramuscular
that's good. You
fat.
don't look at that and go, oh, I don't want that. It's got too
No.
much fat. No, you want
it's
the
very
fat.
good.
Okay, so why is that good to have the marbling in there?
Well, it helps to kind of insulate the meat when it's cooking, to help keep it moist, and
Okay.
it also adds a significant amount of flavor.
All right, so moist and flavor, that's what we want.
Exactly.
Okay, all right.
So while we've been waiting to set up, we've had our pan here getting hot, and
Okay.
that's very important.
All right.
You want a nice hot heat source.
Okay.
And you want a nice heavy-duty pan with a thick bottom.
Oh, all right. Because we want to cook it. We don't want to burn it.
Right, and you don't want to boil it. The
Gotcha.
steak, you want to brown the steak. You want to make sure it's nice and brown.
Okay.
So to help facilitate that, we are going to put a little oil on our steaks.
Oh, on the steak and not in the
Yes,
pan.
yes.
Okay.
And I want to pick this up here and come over here.
All right.
And we're going to just rub the oil on the steaks a little bit.
Okay.
Then we're
So
going to season our steaks. A little kosher salt.
All right.
And don't be shy with the salt either.
It won't be too salty.
Well, within reason.
Okay.
And don't be shy with the pepper.
Well, the salt also makes it gives it a little bit of crust too, doesn't
Exactly.
it? Okay. All right. So
And I'm sorry.
no, kosher salt and pepper.
Yes, ma'am.
All right.
And something to note is, and I put it in the recipe as well, you want to let your steaks sit out for about 30 minutes before you cook them.
You don't want it too cold.
Right.
Okay.
So we're going to go right into the pan.
Okay, I can hear the sizzle.
And that's
good.
important.
That's important. You don't want to put it in before you can hear the sizzle, right?
Right. That would mean that your pan was too cold.
Okay. All right. So we've got our New York strips in the pan. It's sizzling away. It sounds good already.
And it's already smelling good as well.
Yes, it is. Exactly. And this again is called Steak Diane.
Yes.
Okay. Do we know where that came from?
I am not sure of the origin of that name.
Okay.
And I'm not sure if any of the stories you would find are going to be true. either.
Well, that's true. There's probably a half a dozen different stories out
Right.
there. Now, on one side, how long do you usually cook it on one side? Of course, I guess it depends upon how well cooked you want your steak, right?
Right. And also the thickness of the steak, the size
Right.
of the steak.
And this looks to be about 1 inch?
Yeah, 1 inch. In the recipe, I called for a 10-ounce New York strip steak, which will typically
okay.
be around that
All right.
size.
Okay.
And the recipe will be available here at Willey Farms if anyone
Okay.
would ever
Yep.
want to get that too.
Great, great. Yeah, we have a whole recipe rack that we have the recipes available for people when they come in.
Excellent.
All right.
So as you can see in the pan here, there's just a little bit of oil, and that's it. There's not juices coming out of the steak or
Okay.
anything like that. That's why we preheated that pan that way.
Okay, and you don't want the steaks sitting in oil.
Right.
You just coated the steak and that's good enough.
Right. This is
Okay.
what's called a pan sear. So we're just using a very little amount of fat.
Okay, a pan sear.
Yes.
All right.
And also, that would be the same way you do it on the grill too. It's just rub with oil, salt,
Oh, okay.
and pepper.
Right, right.
And if your grill isn't properly, or if your grill is properly seasoned, then they would just go right on there. You don't need to oil the grill either.
And I've always heard that you don't move it around, you don't
Right.
touch it until you really want to turn it over.
Right. And that's actually what we're going to do now. So we've got some nice browning on the steak.
Oh, nice.
Okay.
Okay.
And we're just going to flip these guys over here.
All right. I'm thinking I might have steak for lunch today. Yeah.
I know I will.
Okay. All right.
So we'll give it another minute or two on this side. Then we'll remove the steaks from the pan and we'll build our sauce.
Okay.
I don't know if you'd like to start slicing in bread, because I don't know about you, but when I have some extra sauce on the plate, I definitely like to sop it up with some bread.
Okay. And this is bread that we have. This is a ciabatta bread that we
Yes.
have here at Willey Farms. Comes from the Ciabasso Bakery.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. So let's open that up. Slide that. I love the artisan breads.
Absolutely.
They are so good. Oh, look at that. That looks nice. Now, is there a particular way that you want me to slice this? Is it on a diagonal or
I
like
kind of like
this?
to do it on the bias like that, on an angle, yes.
Okay. So we give this a little cut here. Now, do we want to cut all the way through?
Yes.
Okay.
You
'Cause
just
I
want to
know-
get two nice slices out of the center. Not the center, but
Right,
the center cut
right,
there.
right. Now, is that too thick or is that just...
I think that's perfect.
oh, see, I did it perfect.
You don't even need me.
I did. Now, I wouldn't go that far. Okay. So another slice here.
So now we've got some nice color on the other side
Oh,
of
good.
the steaks.
Okay.
We're going to remove those to the serving plate,
Okay.
and we're going to start to work our sauce.
So what we have left in the pan...
This is what the French would call fond. This is some,
Fond.
I'd call it goodness though. This is just some caramelized goodness in the bottom of the pan.
Okay.
And
Little bits and pieces.
yes.
Yes,
There's
okay.
some juices from the steak that have caramelized in there, a little bit of the salt and pepper.
Okay.
So we're going to put a little bit of our butter in.
All right. Everything is better with butter.
I agree.
Okay.
And then we have some shallot.
Shallot. I don't cook with shallot very much. I probably
You
should
should.
try to
You
do that
should.
more.
It's like a very sweet and garlicky onion.
Oh, well why don't I do that?
I agree.
See, I tell you, Nick, I'm learning here. Okay.
And then I also just put some garlic in as well.
Okay.
So we're just going to kind of stir that around in there, and you'll start to notice that we're already picking up some of those little brown.
Right, it's coming up
goodness
off
in
of the bottom of the
Right.
pan. All right. Oh,
And that,
Oh,
right, as I was
I'm
going to
getting
say,
that.
now that the garlic and the
Yes.
shallot's really becoming aromatic, now we're going to add our mushrooms.
You smell that? Oh, I'm so sorry you can't smell that. Oh my. Okay, so we've got mushrooms.
Yes, we're going to go in with our mushrooms.
Maybe about a cup?
It was 2 ounces.
2 ounces, okay.
2 ounces.
All right,
And that's by weight.
okay. See, that's why we have you here, Nick, because I don't know all those details.
Well, the typical little container of mushrooms is going to be about 8 ounces. So you
Oh,
would
okay.
figure it's about a quarter of that for 2 steaks.
Okay, good to know. Good
And
to
then
know.
you can see as the mushrooms went in too, they have a lot of liquids. They're starting to release some of that liquid and pick up some more of that good stuff off the
Okay.
bottom there.
So we're waiting. I see some liquid
That's what
in
I
a
was going
pretty
to say.
fancy bottle.
Yeah, so this is some brandy.
Brandy.
And we're going to use this to deglaze the pan, and then we will be able to get all of the goodness off the bottom.
Okay, and deglazing, that is getting all the little bits and pieces off the bottom
Right,
of the...
which is very important to any integral pan sauce like this.
Because you don't want to lose any of the flavor that's
No.
in the bottom. Okay.
No.
All right, awesome.
Okay, so we're going to make sure we remove the pan from the heat source
Okay.
when we do this, and you might want to stand back a little bit.
Okay,
You hear that sound?
I do.
Okay, that lets you know.
Oh, okay. Ooh, look at that.
That
we
sound
are...
lets you know that we're starting to deglaze and get the goodness off the bottom of that pan.
Okay.
And then we're going to flambe it. That's what this is called.
So that you're firing all of the alcohol. So the
Yes.
alcohol is all going to be removed.
It's going to, most of it.
Most of it.
of the alcohol is going to
Right.
be cooked out. Also, it gives it a little bit of a smoky flavor. And you can impress your friends.
Yeah, most definitely. You impressed me.
There you go.
Yeah.
And as you can
Oh.
notice now,
And it's
all that
already-
goodness on the
Yeah,
bottom of the
it's
pan
all gone from
is
the bottom
gone
of the
now.
pan.
And that's all starting to build into our sauce.
It really looks great. It looks wonderful. Now, and this is beef stock?
Yes, we have some of the containers that
Right.
comes in right over there,
Okay.
the Imagine brand. This is 1
Great
cup
beef
of,
stock.
this is really tasty beef stock.
Okay,
1 cup of that,
1 cup.
yes. And then we have 1 tablespoon of mustard,
Oh, wonderful.
a little spoon
You
here.
come with your spoons.
Of
That's
course.
great. Okay. All right. I'm loving this so far.
And this is some of our Annie's brand organic Worcestershire sauce. This is really excellent.
Okay. All the different flavors. Oh, it sounds great and it smells really good already. Oh, okay. We're going to cream it up a little
This
bit.
is 1/4 cup of heavy cream.
Oh, heavy cream. All right.
And now, depending on your heat source, this may take 3 to 5 minutes for this sauce to reduce down a little bit.
Okay, so you're just going to cook it until it reduces.
Yep, it's gonna, right now it's a little
Little
watery,
watery.
as you can tell, and we're just
Okay.
gonna reduce that down a little bit to thicken the consistency of it.
Okay. All right, so we've had the pan sauce reducing
Yes.
for about 5 minutes now.
Yes.
Okay, and I see it's got a real good boil on there. So how do we proceed?
So from here on out, and you'll notice the sauce is kind of thickened up. Okay. From here on out, we're just gonna pop the steaks back in here for a few seconds to reheat
Okay.
them. Okay, and we're just gonna kind of coat them with the sauce.
Right.
And while that's happening, we're
Okay.
gonna start getting our plate together here.
All right.
And I think we'd like to do a couple slices of bread. And then we have our Southern Holler Vidalia onion Caesar dressing.
And we're going to put this on one of our new products that we have here at Willey Farms. This is Red Acres Hydroponics.
I'm very excited about this lettuce.
Really, it is really nice lettuce, and there's different varieties of lettuce and some herbs too.
Yes,
I
the basil
understand.
is incredible.
Oh, great, wonderful. And hydroponics, in case anybody doesn't know about hydroponics, it is all grown in water. There's no soil involved at all. It's water and whatever nutrients they need to put in there. But anyway, it's
Give that a
wonderful
little
lettuce,
toss.
and it's delivered daily, every day
Yes.
here. Yeah, daily. All right, so we toss this around a little bit.
Yep, we can give that a little toss. And these greens are excellent. You don't want to put too much dressing on them.
Oh, okay.
They're very easy on
Just
that.
a little bit. And they're good just by themselves.
And well,
just the greens?
Just the greens with a little bit of dressing, and we'll put a
Right.
little bit of salt and pepper on it
Okay.
to finish them up.
All right.
And then you can go ahead and put them down on the plate. I was thinking somewhere like right in that vicinity.
Okay. Now, do we do?
Try to get some height on them.
Oh, okay. All right. Because I know presentation is everything.
Yes.
Presentation is everything. All right. So we put some of the lovely. How's that? Is that
I
good,
think
Chef?
it looks great.
Okay.
It looks great.
Okay.
So we'll go down with our steak now.
All right.
Get a little bit of our sauce on top,
Oh boy, get that good sauce.
ensuring that we definitely get some of the mushrooms and the other goodness in there on top of the steak.
Oh, that looks wonderful.
And then we have some chopped fresh herbs to finish it off with.
Oh, okay. And you put that right on top?
Yes. Have some scallions, some minced scallions, and some parsley.
Some parsley.
And I think we are ready to rock and roll.
Wow, that looks awesome. Beautiful. And that again is New York strip steak, and the dish is called
Steak Donna.
there
Steak
you
Donna.
go. It's Steak Diane / Donna. All right, it looks wonderful. I think we need to dive in and have a little taste, but Chef Nick, thank you very much for all the information and a great job.
My pleasure.
Thank you very much. All right, we're in the Christmas area. There's so much Christmas around us everywhere, and it's looking gorgeous. I'm here with Gretchen, and we're going to show you how to decorate the front of your house, right?
Yes.
The door in particular, the door area.
Yeah, the front door.
Yeah, the front door.
Yep.
And you were telling me that there's lots of different styles, lots of different ways, and it's real easy to do.
Anymore, it is really, really easy. And we're actually just going to be talking today about artificial,
Okay.
because you can start early. Lots of people like to put things on the door
Oh, yeah.
Thanksgiving Day, and if you use a live item, it might not look as well by the time Christmas gets to us.
Right,
But
right.
silk,
But
artificial is going to
the,
look.
the silk, the artificial, it looks gorgeous.
It does,
It
right
looks
away.
real. So,
Yep.
okay, let's get started. What do we do first? Oh,
We've got
we have
this
a hanger.
beautiful, beautiful big door back here.
Okay.
And I don't want to put a nail in it.
No.
We're going to put over the door wreath hanger in there.
Okay, so we put
And
it
it just goes right over the frame.
right over the frame.
Yeah.
Okay.
Center it a little bit.
Oh, okay.
There you go. And we've got
There we
gold,
go.
which is this, but I've also got black, and I've got silver, and I've got clear. So
Oh,
you can
okay.
match.
So you can
And,
match, be
yeah.
matchy-matchy.
I can be matchy-matchy.
All
or I can
right.
let it stand out. This, Donna, believe it or not, that came right out of the package,
No,
just like
right
that.
out of the box?
Looks just
You
like
didn't do
that.
a thing to this?
Didn't do a dang thing, other
That's
than hand it to you.
gorgeous. That's gorgeous. So
Isn't it?
and it's on a wire.
It has
so
a wire base, yeah,
wire base, so you just find that little hook, put it
Yeah.
right there,
and it's done.
you're done.
You could add a bow. We make beautiful handmade
The
bows here at
hand-tied
Willey Farms,
bows,
but
right.
honestly,
It's perfect that way. Okay, so
is, it
what
is.
if?
I don't want. I have another piece that goes with
Okay,
that.
we have something else that adds
Again,
to this. Okay.
is another piece that right out of the box.
Oh, all right.
Now
and it's
thi-
got all the same kind
It
of
does.
ornaments.
So you could put it around the frame of your door. We don't have
Oh,
a frame to this door.
right.
It's just the door.
or
This-
maybe as a swag above the
absolutely.
door. Okay.
Absolutely.
All right.
Now this one came out of the box, and it could use a little bit of freshening. Honestly, it is
Okay.
really pretty, just like it is.
All right.
But for me, if I was gonna go and fluff this little guy up, I would put it on the floor, maybe the garage, maybe the front porch, wherever you're gonna do it, and then you just take it and you
Just
fluff
move
these
them
guys.
around.
Yeah, if they're looking kind of weird and bent, like they wouldn't look if they were on a tree.
Right. Because we
You
all
just
know
fluff 'em
what
out.
this greenery looks like in nature and
Absolutely.
natural.
And generally, it's going to go all in one direction. You could make it go in two directions if you
Okay.
want, but really, even if a live garland was made, it all goes in
it
one
all
direction.
goes in one
so
direction.
going in one
Okay,
direction
that's
is
good to know. That makes it look
If you
even
wanted to
more
put-
realistic.
Absolutely.
Okay.
If you wanted to put lights on this,
Right.
a really easy trick that a lot of people don't know, if you get a light string of lights, 100 set, which is what you would put on something this length, you'll start putting your lights on here, and then you run out of lights or you run out of garland.
Right.
An easy way to not have that happen is you find the center of your garland, you get the center of your 100 set of lights, and then you go this way with 50 and you go that way with 50, and you're going to
Perfect.
look
Right.
not all bunched up at one end and naked of lights on the other end.
Excellent.
So
Excellent.
these
okay.
are really, really awesome. Okay, we're going to go from bling, bling, bling to something a little more
A little more, I kind of call it
Sedate.
traditional.
Yeah, a little more sedate, country,
more
simple.
Traditional
Yep.
country, yes. Okay, so we're
And
going to take this one
Take
down.
that one down.
Off the door.
And this one here,
this
even
one
though
over
it's
here.
sedate, it's really different.
Oh, I like this
Isn't
a
that
lot.
fun? And what that is just 3 candle rings that we connected.
That you connected.
We just
And how
connected
would
them.
you just take some florist
wire? Yeah.
Okay.
And then we just connected them up. Again, our beautiful hand-tied bows.
Hand-tied
we mentioned that
bows.
before. There's an example.
That's nice. I
And
like that.
This is done really, really simply. But if you wanted, and over here on my table, I've got some more picks, and we have hundreds and hundreds of different picks here at Willey Farms.
Picks.
A
Now,
pick is just a little guy like that.
a little extra
And you
accessory.
can stick it in. Yep, you can put it
Okay.
in live stuff. You can put it in artificial. These are artificial. They are also bendy, so let me show you that. So you can bend it around into something.
So
If
that
you're going
it
to put
won't
it
fall
outside,
out.
it won't fall out.
Okay.
If you're going to use this inside, just stick it in because nobody's,
Right.
hopefully a big wind is not coming
So
through
we
your
would
place.
stick one of these in here if we
Yeah,
wanted
if
to
you wanted to
add
jazz
a
it
little
up
bit
just
more
a little
to it.
more. Yeah,
Yeah.
you just stick it in.
Okay.
And they just add
Maybe
a little
a
more
couple
color
on
to
each
something.
one.
A couple on each one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's
Easy,
beautiful.
easy
I
peasy,
like
lemon
that one.
squeezy. Oh yeah.
All right. What do we
That's
have
really different.
next?
Oops. There we go.
What do we
And
have
then,
next?
Donna, we have your favorite wreath.
Oh, my favorite. Yes,
Your
I was
favorite.
looking at that. All right, let's take these down. And I'll take that.
Switch
We'll
it
pass it
here.
off.
Yeah.
I like this because it's just, it looks so real. It looks so
does, it
homey
does.
and
And
comfortable.
now that one again is right out of the box. We could fluff it up.
Fluff
just
it a little bit,
bit,
maybe.
And
Okay.
then we're gonna walk over to another one of our doors that shows you what you can do.
What you can do with this theme.
Yes.
Okay, let's go.
Yes. Let's go.
Hey, look. It's my wreath
It's your wreath.
all dressed up.
All dressed up. And again, we've kept it a little bit traditional, but
Right.
it's still high style, really.
I love the plaid.
Yes.
It's kind of country and simple,
Got
but
3
it's
different ribbons going
right.
on there.
And this was
we-
hand tied right here.
Yeah, Allison made that yesterday.
That's
And
beautiful.
we can take any of the ribbons we have and make you a bow. I mean, you can have us help you pick out the patterns that you like.
Right.
You can steal the idea off our houses, which is why we do this.
Right, exactly.
We did this so you see what you can do.
So you
We've
can
got-
see these. I love these little things in the windows.
Yeah, yeah.
That looks really cute.
These little guys,
We have
that
the
came that way.
swags.
We just added a little bit of ribbon.
Okay.
And then around these houses, we have everything that went on the house.
Okay.
So it's right here. If you see this
And if-
house, you like what's on it, there's something in a basket
Right.
or a pot or something right around it.
And if you have a really nice porch that's covered, another covered porch, I love these little reindeer
Aren't
and their
they
little
sweet?
sleighs.
They sweet. And
That's
then,
so
you know
cute.
what? Let's come over this way just a little bit. We have, and we collect all year long, antique sleds.
Okay, so this is an antique?
And that's an antique.
Wow.
Yeah.
Awesome.
And right now we have, I want to say we have 12 or 15 of them on hand right now. A lot of
Okay.
different sizes, a lot of different ages. We have some that are even from the 1800s.
And that would look awesome as a decoration on your front porch.
Yes, do nothing
Right
to
next-
it because almost
yeah.
every one of them has red on it, but you could put a bow on it.
Right.
How sweet.
Okay.
So sweet and simple.
All right. Do we have something else to see?
We do. We got one more house.
Okay, let's go. Gretchen, there's nobody home.
No, the only thing there is on the other side of that door is more Christmas.
Okay. All right. Well, this is very nice too.
Yes, and another wreath that just with a bow added really makes it. It's very sweet by itself.
With
but,
the red
But we've
berries.
added 3 different ribbons to it. A little tiny sign.
Right. And
And
I
the-
like this that goes around the house.
Yes,
the
and
door
actually that is a
frame.
really super inexpensive, very thin. You would go, when you look at it, kind of garland.
Uh-huh.
Tied it with like a shoelace.
Right.
Tie it at the bottom, a little bit of lights, a little bit of extra bling with another ribbon, and it's so sweet.
And we have these
love it.
lights here too.
We do.
We have
We
the
do.
lights.
Got the
we have
garlands,
these lights,
got the
and we have the
lights.
little tiny little ones too,
We
don't
do.
we?
We have some that are really tiny little
Tiny
lights
LED
and would
lights.
have a battery to it.
Okay.
Yeah.
And the snowflakes that are in the windows,
Yeah.
you could hang one of those in the
Yep.
windows.
Now in your house, of course, they'd be on the inside of your window,
of course,
but they're
yes.
gonna shine.
Sure, sure, they're going to shine. And like you said, all of the baskets that surround these doors have all of the items
Yes.
that are used for the
And
decorations.
in this case, this is an outdoor berry. It's not going to pop or have anything happen to it. It's
Okay.
made out of all plastic, and it's It's beautiful. It really, really
And
is.
again, it's very simple, it's very basic, but it's really very pretty.
Wrap it around, you got color, and you're done. Mistletoe.
Mistletoe.
Donna, I'm gonna give you a piece of- Mwah. Merry Christmas.
Oh, thank you. Well, we've decorated the front of our house and we've decorated our porch. Well, we're still talking about decorations, only this time it's the tree.
Yes.
So
yes.
where are we and what are these? They're beautiful.
We are in our old world Christmas glass ornament area.
Okay.
Loads and loads and loads of different ornaments. They're beautiful. Actually, we're just right in the birds.
We're surrounded by the
We are
birds.
surrounded
I've got
by
this
birds.
beautiful peacock.
Isn't that gorgeous?
That's just awesome.
And we've got cardinals and
bluebirds and finches,
it's
yellow finches,
everything,
and all
everything.
kinds. And these are all glass blown.
These are glass, and they're painted and they're glittered.
Mm.
And we don't just have birds. We've got things for hobbies. We've got people's occupations.
Oh,
We've
right.
got interests. We've got sports. We've got plain Christmas. We've got our first new home. We've got babies, all kinds of good stuff.
We've got bells. We've got baseball gloves. We've got pianos, musical instruments.
Something for your teacher, the
Something
bus
for
driver.
the teacher, okay.
Yeah. And
And the farmer in your
farmy,
life. We
yes.
have
We
a
love the farm.
tractor.
We love the tractor here, yeah.
So lots of gorgeous, gorgeous ornaments. And of course, this is just a small, what we've shown you
This
right
is
now
just one company, yes.
is just
Yes.
one little bit of all of the great decorations and all of the Christmas things that we have here in the Home Accent area. So we encourage people to come by and check it out. Come by
Browse.
soon. It
Yeah.
might be gone. You just never know.
Christmas is coming really quick.
It really is coming so quickly. But thank you, Gretchen, very much for showing us around the Christmas area here at Home Accents.
Alrighty.
Well, already it's time to say goodbye, but I wanted to show you our gourmet cheeses before we said goodbye. Just look at all these great cheeses. They're wonderful. They've got the goat cheese, we've got organic, we've got these award-winning cheeses right down here, and they are awesome. I love the Merlot cheese that we've got over here. So stop by and check out the cheeses. If you love it, we've got some tasting for you too, so come on by and check that out. We're at Willey Farms, Route 13, and easy to find. Give us a call, go on our website, willeyfarmsde.com. You can follow us on Facebook, we're on Twitter, we're on Instagram, we are everywhere, and we'd love to see you. I'm Donna Cavender here at Willey Farms. You have a great day. Down in the sauce a little bit. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Nice.
That's very tasty,
Nice.
if I do say so myself.
Okay.